just a couple points of clarification today with decimal numbers. Point number one, let's say I've got this decimal number, say I've got 13.562. Some people get confused on this, so it's good to explain it. This 5 is in what decimal place? It's in the tenth place, but sometimes, children, ladies and gentlemen, math books or math people will just call this the first decimal place. It means the same thing as the tenth place, but that's the first decimal place. And maybe, since you are fifth graders, you can figure this out. Guess what they call this? After the first decimal place, Addie?
Second decimal.
Yes, see how quickly we catch on to this. Second decimal place. And so on and so on. This 2 would be in the third decimal place. So just get that in your mind, because there are a lot of times, you know, you'll be given a number 0.67, and they'll say, what digit is in the second decimal place? Addison? Yeah, 7 is in the second decimal. So don't let that confuse you. Second decimal, it's the 7. It's the same as the hundreds. Either one means the same exact thing. Now, second thing is this. Write down this little note. Let's see, what color shall we go? Let's go with the highly important orange. Okay. You are always allowed to add zeros after, I don't know if I want to say it that way. Let's do this. Can I change that? Let's go zeros at the end of decimals without changing what they are, without changing their value. I'll let you write that and then we'll talk just a touch about that. That means this. If I have 5.6, that is the same thing as 5.60, which is the same thing as 5.600, which is the same thing as 5.6000, and so on and so on. Those all mean the same exact thing. If I gave you that much candy or money or whatever, it would be the same amount. Okay. Sometimes it's needed to add zeros, but when we write our answers, we always try to write it in the simplest way possible. So this would be the acceptable way to give an answer. But sometimes when we add or subtract, we need to add zeros and do all that other stuff. Just know that it doesn't change the number. You know, and the reason we do this is because, how do I say this? This is 5 and what? Frankie?
600,000.
Nope. Victoria?
5 and 6 millions.
Nope. Wait. Let me go back, because we just had reading and writing decimals. Most of you got this. It's 5, and remember then this step is you have to say this number. What is that number? It's 6,000. What place is that 0 in? Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. The next one is actually the 10,000ths place.
Oh.
So if you say this number, it's 5 and 6,000 10,000ths, which is completely goofy to say. And if you told somebody you had that much money, they would go, I don't know what that means. That's why we always, these zeros at the end of decimals don't matter, they don't change anything. That's why we always go back to the simplest way to say it, 5 6/10. But like I said, there are times when you add, subtract, you're going to need to add zeros so that you have stuff in columns to fill out stuff. Just know the key is that it does not change what the decimal stands for. 5 and 6 10,000ths is the same exact amount as 5 and 6/10. So we always try to say that there. Victoria.
Would it matter if you put the zeros before the sixes?
Very much so. You cannot just add zeros in front of non-zero digits. Are you saying this is 5.6 the same as 5.06? No, because that's 600ths, or this is 6/10 and that's 600ths. Those are two different things. You can't push digits away from the decimal like that. And then the other thing we want to talk about is this, decimals and money. Decimals and money. And you can talk to Michelle about this because this is kind of her pet peeve. You have to be careful with money because money, we can write money with two different types of money labels. And what are the two different money labels? We have this little guy here, which is dollars. And we have this little guy right here, which is cents. And you must be very careful with whichever label you're using. Okay? For example, let's say, whatever, something cost $5.63. Okay? To write that in cents, how many cents would that be? $5.63. If I said just write it in cents, Andrew, it would be
560.
right. It's 563 cents. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, anytime it's more than 100 cents, we always write it as a dollar because otherwise it would be very. If you went to the store and let's say you bought a shoe, and that shoe was, 6,953 cents. That just kind of makes everybody all confused, as opposed to the price tag on the shoes actually being, Frankie, $69.53. So just for making things easy, you always, if it's more than 100 cents, feel free, if it's 99 cents, you can put 99 with the cent sign. But if it's something more than 100 cents, we always use this. And then here comes the big thing. Be careful with decimals and cents. Okay? Okay? Because if you see this, and this is what people get confused on this all the time. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a huge, huge no-no. Because what does 0.5 cents mean? Brian?
Half a cent.
Correct. This means something costs a half cent, which we don't even have a coin for. But let's say, a store is selling a piece of bubble gum. They sell it. And they said the cost on that is 0.5 cents. If that indeed were the case, then for 2 pieces of bubble gum, it would cost you 1 penny.
Yeah.
Because each piece of gum is 1/2 cent. Okay? And even if they went farther, let's say the store person wanted to save 5 cents, but they did this. They mixed that with that. What is that? That's 0.05 cents. Which means you could buy 20 of them for a penny. Okay? So, generally speaking, please never, never, never mix decimals with cent signs because, $0.05 is the same thing as 5 cents. 0.05 is 5 cents. Rarely, if ever, will you use a decimal with pennies and cents. Matter of fact, you don't. The right place you really see it is at a gas station, and they even shouldn't do it because it's kind of dishonest in a sense. Okay? And then I think we've talked about this. Is that my phone? Huh. Make sure you understand this. 3.6 compared to 3.60000. Which one is bigger than the other? Colin?
They're equal.
Yeah, they're equal. Again, just reiterating that zeros at the end of fractions or decimals are not needed and you can get rid of them. Remember when we compare, you always look at the whole number first, they're both threes, then you compare one for one. After the decimal is a 6, after the decimal is a 6, they're still the same. You can put as many zeros after this as you want if you want to make it look like that. Just that